Example 2 here, it says which solid is represented by the net. So what we would do is we'd take that figure, we'd cut it out, and we'd fold it, right? And every different color, it represents a face of this figure. So we need to identify what this figure is. And we're going to do a little bit more than just identify what the figure is. Okay, so I'm going to cover up some of these statements. If you need to read those again, you can just rewatch the video, right? But what we're going to try to do is take this and make it a 3D object. So I have a top and a bottom, or a left and a right is the way I can look at this. But I'm going to take my left and I'm going to draw it. And the right is the same shape, but it's on the other side. And then these other faces are the lines or the faces that connect the object together. So this would be that long one right here, that's the front. And then the one in the back, you can see as I trace this one in, that's that side. Okay? So what I always tell people to draw these, and I do want you all to be able to draw them, you just take the shape you got and set it up diagonally elsewhere, and then you're just really connecting opposite corners or matching corners to each other. And when you do that, you end up creating a 3D object. So now what I want you all to be able to do is how many vertices, how many edges, and how many faces are part of this object. So remember, vertices is a fancy name for corners. So what you can do is take another color or just indicate it differently and just color in these corners. Corners are where all the edges connect. So go ahead and just color them in. So you can see I colored in 8 of them. So how many vertices or how many corners do we have? 8. Now I'm going to grab a different color. From those vertices, we connect the dots and we create edges. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 edges so far. And then if I go to the back triangle, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 edges there. And then in order to connect these shapes together, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more edges. So just add those up. 4 plus 4 is 8 plus another 4. There are 12 edges. Okay. And then the net that you see, this unfolded version of this, sorry, we didn't name it. This is a rectangular, because all sides are a rectangle and its bases are rectangle. It's a rectangular prism. And it's a prism because it has 2 matching bases. But the net really allows me to find all the faces. So I can just count them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 faces. So I'm going to give you another net or another object, and I want you guys to name how many vertices, edges, and faces there are.